Back on the Fuji Outland 1.3 with some upgrades. We're at the Leon Creek Trailhead in San Antonio, Texas, on the corner of 1604 and I-10, 2 to 3 minutes away from Fiesta, Texas. So if you're in San Antonio and you want to do some shredding, family can drop you off at the trailhead, then they can head over to the park and spend the day there. And I'm riding with MTB Art. Go ahead and check out his channel.
Yeah, woo, saw that one coming.
So something else to know about this area is there is an Imax movie theater, which is called the Palladium, just on the other side of the highway. You got 2 shopping centers, which is La Cantera and the Rim. The Rim's more of an outdoor shopping center area. So there's plenty of things to do to keep your family busy while you go ride. So out here on these trails, you can expect a lot of terrain differences. You can go from flat and smooth to flat and chunky to down and super rocky. So you get a big mix of
pedal strike
terrain out here. Woo. So one of the upgrades I installed was a Sunrace 9-speed cassette, 10 to 50 tooth. The reason I went with 50 tooth was because I wanted it to be super easy going up the hills. And it totally does the job. I paired it with a 32 tooth front ring, and yeah, I was actually surprised on how easy it is to pedal up any hill basically. And if you're really lazy and you want to go 30 tooth, I had that one and it was almost like useless, the gear. Oh god, oh. Yeah, so if you go 30 tooth, like I was saying, it's makes the high gear useless. First gear, high gear, that gear. Now one thing about riding out here that you'll notice over here is you ride by a lot of dry creek beds, and it doesn't really look like it, but that's probably about a 15 to 18 foot drop off the side right here, and you're pretty close to it, so you might want to take it a little bit cautious through here. Yeah, that's a lot of rocks.
Oh, that's a pedal strike. Ah, I'm good for.
Okay, now that I'm back upright, when I did install the cassette, it did need a derailleur hanger extender. It was cheap. I think I paid like 15 bucks for it. They range in pricing. Without it, it won't clear the big gear, so you do have to get that. No, hold on. Let me walk this hill.
No, I didn't go that way. No, I didn't go that way. I keep hitting my fucking head.
Okay, so like I was saying, 50 tooth cassette in the rear. You need the derailleur hanger, or it won't clear the big one. And you also need to get a longer chain. I don't remember what chain it was I got. I just ordered a long one and sized it myself. So that's the way I did it. Also, I've added a X-Fusion Manic dropper post. It's 180 millimeter. I've actually had this since the Spider Mountain video, and it's over a year now, and I've had absolutely no issues with it, no complaints.
Ah, that rock knocked my foot off the pedal.
And I really like the release lever that comes with the dropper post. It's adjustable in a lot of different ways. I've had 2 other dropper posts levers and they weren't adjustable like this one was.
Woo, and a little bunny hop.
So after having it for over a year, I would recommend spending the money on this one. I've also upgraded my pedals. I went from the Fukers, Chester knockoffs, and I got some meat locks. They're actually a wide pedal. I kept having a problem with busting myself in the shin with the Fukers, so I decided that maybe I should go for a wide pedal, and it seems to have been working. I haven't busted myself in the shin yet. Also with these meat locks, I feel a lot more planted when I actually have to lean the bike over. On the other ones, I kind of felt like I was twisting my ankle a lot, and this one I feel like I'm putting all the pressure down. And as for tires, I'm running the Continental, the Kaisers. I got the 2.4s. I think they're downhill casing. I've had them for a while. I used them in the Spider Mountain video. Had them since then. Had no issues with them. I did run over a thorn, but you know, that happens. Can't blame the tire for that. I run tubes because I'm just too lazy to deal with all the cleaning up of the sealant if you do get a flat. So, but yeah, so opinion on the tires, they're pretty good, worth the money.
Whee!
So the people that are designing the trails around San Antonio, I believe it's the Howard W.H. Greenway Trail Systems. They're growing like 82 miles of multi-use trails, hiking and biking, and it's going to be open from the sunset to sunrise, or wait, backwards, sunrise to sunset. And there's something like 50 major trailheads around the city. The Greenway Trail itself will connect local parks and consists of like 1,500 acres, 1,600 acres that they have. It's all creekside and natural areas. So they're really trying to promote health and fitness here in San Antonio. One thing that they've designed real well is a lot of rest areas right here under the bridge, UTSA Boulevard.
Ooh. Yeah, I need to mess with my shifting.
And speaking of shifting, I am still running the stock Shimano 9-speed shifter that came with the bike. Still running the same Tektro brakes that came with the bike. I got ODI grips. I've had these grips for a long time, probably like 2 years. I love these grips. Then we got the Spike 35 fiber core handlebars. I cut them down to their minimum because I think they come at like 820 millimeters. So I had to cut them down. They were way too wide for me. And I also went with the Spank Split 40 stem. That's going to be a 35 millimeter. Another 10-foot drop off the side.
I remember last time I rode this, I was scared.
And for the newest upgrade I've made to the bike is the X Fusion Trace 34 fork in the front. It is 120 millimeters, but it's internally adjustable to 130 and 140, I believe. It has 34 millimeter stanchions. It's an air fork. I'm running the factory pressure that they recommended for my weight. It seems to be fine. I've really noticed with this fork compared to the SR one that comes on the bike is you can't really feel all the little slow bumps that make you feel like you're jittery, going real slow. This one just, you don't feel nothing until you're like in super chunk.
I knew I was gonna hit that tree.
And one of the reasons I went with the X Fusion fork was because I had already had the X Fusion rear shock on this bike and it was doing pretty good. I haven't had any issues with it. I also feel that I don't really see too many X Fusion parts out on the trails, so I wanted to see what they were like. So I actually found this fork on sale, picked it up, and I've been riding it maybe for like 2 months. And it seems like it's complete night and day difference compared to the SR and another rest bench. I mean, nothing, I'm not saying the fork that comes on the bike is bad, but when you go from coil fork to air fork, it's completely different. It really wakens the bike up.
Ooh. Ugh. Tree. Oh, my weight was off balance.
And now that I've gone over all the upgrades that I've done to the Fuji, would you still consider this to be a Fuji 1.3? Or do you think that it's ascended? What would you call it? Leave your ideas and comments down below in the comments. Give me some ideas on what it should be called now. And speaking of ascending, it looks like Master Roshi is out for his daily bike ride. So now I'm just gonna focus on doing some riding. I'm gonna stay out by the creek so y'all can see how nice it is out by the creek sides. And here's a creek with water in it actually. So that's probably about another 10-foot drop, maybe 12-foot drop off the side. So they do have little secret hidden things around here. There's a old car hidden in the trail system. There's a little bridge that looks kind of like wanky, but you can still cross it. And then we got another rest area right here, in case you're tired. Pretty area to take a picture to. Do watch out for coral snakes. They have been known to be spotted around here. No bears.
Hey, this bridge is broken. I said that bridge is broken.
And just so that you know, all the off-road trails connect to a concrete trail, and that's the Greenway Trail. So if you want to head back towards your car, anytime you find a concrete trail, you just head towards your car and they'll take you back.
Yeah. Whew.
And I just want to say that X Fusion is not a sponsor in any way, so in case anybody was wondering, no, they did not sponsor this video in any way. I just was interested in their products and wanted to try them out, so I gave them a shot. So far, so good. Whoa, that's like a 5-foot drop. And as I said, here is another rest stop area. So plenty of little places to stop, rest, hydrate. They're mostly in the shade too, so the designers did a good job on that.
Hey, where'd you go? Oh.
Okay guys, so we're gonna head back towards the concrete, ride back towards my truck. Leave any questions in the comments. Let me know what y'all think of the Fuji. If it's still at Outland 1.3. I want to know what your opinion is. So yeah, try to answer all the comments, and I'm open to opinions and any suggestions y'all got. So go ahead, like, subscribe, check out MTB with ART.
I'm gonna fly like an eagle. Whee! Hey, look at me, I'm doing it. No hands, Ma. Look, Ma, no hands. There you go. Woo! I made that turn. Yeah. And I'm recording. Hell yeah. Look at my mad skills. Oh, my butt cheek go.